today we're going to go over some text features and some other reading skills that we've been practicing this year. I'm going to be using a book called Polar Bears. I chose this one because I love polar bears. I think they're cute, so I figured it would be a good book to do this with. So the very first thing we are going to focus on is our cover here. So our cover has a photograph of a polar bear, has our title, Polar Bears, and then has the author, Trudy Strain Druitt. If you look at the spine of the book, it's a little bit hard to see, but it tells you the reading level and the amount of AR points. And then it also shows here where you would find it in the library and where you would go to shelf it when you're done. So again, our title is Polar Bears. So the very first thing you'll notice on these two pages, this left page here tells you where it was published, when the book came out, what grade level it's good for. So it says copyright 2016, so we know the book came out in 2016. It says it's good for kindergarten through third grade, which is perfect because we're in third grade. And then you'll see a photograph of the polar bears. Here's our table of contents. So this is what we'll be reading about in the book. And each section here is kind of like a chapter, if you were reading a chapter book. And it also allows you to go to certain spots. So if I really wanted to read about the polar bear babies, then I would go to page 16 here, and I would read about the babies, the cubs. And here is our first section. This part here, Great Bears, that's a subtitle or a heading. Kind of gives us an idea about what we're going to read about. And then this is a photograph of a polar bear. It's showing you how tall they are. This section is talking about how big they are. So it has a photograph of how tall they are. So you can see that they stand on their hind legs. Here's another photograph, and this subtitle or heading is called Icy North. And you'll notice on this page there's a bolded word. Go ahead and pause the video so that you can remind me what a bolded word is or why they're in a book. Right, this word, if it's bolded, we know it's important. And where can we find a bolded word? Do you remember? Go ahead and pause it and write down. Right, we can find the meaning of this bolded word in a glossary. Absolutely. And on this page, you'll notice it has another subtitle or heading. So kind of like a chapter in this situation. And I see another one of these this word. It's a bolded word again. Go ahead and find the glossary and write down what the definition of this word is. Pause the video and go find it. So in order to find that word, you need to go to the glossary. In this book, the glossary is also called Words to Know. We are looking for the word blubber. So you'll notice it's in alphabetical order, ABC order. We're looking for blubber. So it says blubber is a layer of fat that keeps animals warm. You'll also notice on here, this is a text box or a sidebar. So it has something to do with what we're reading about, but it's not completely related. So this one's talking about warm and cozy. Without even reading it, I can think it's talking about its fur. In the sidebar here, it's talking about the color of the fur. So it's related, but it's kind of a separate side note. Okay, here's another text box or a sidebar. Go ahead and pause the video and let me know what this one is about. Give me 2 or 3 words. What is this fun fact about? Right, if you said that this is about the polar bear's paws, you are correct. So on this page, I see 2 different text features that we've talked about. I'm sorry, 3. Actually, 3 we've talked about. So go ahead and pause the video and write down the 3 text features that you see on these pages. If you said a heading or a subtitle, that's 1 point. You said a sidebar or a text box, that's 2. And then also a photograph. Okay, here's another one with a photograph and a subtitle or a heading. Go ahead and write down this word on your paper, pause the video, and find the definition. Okay, so if you went to the glossary again, when you found that word prey, you would know that it meant animals hunted for food. Nice job. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead here real quick, just to point out a couple more things in this book. So this book also has a page just for polar bear facts. So just a quick snippet about where they live and how many babies they have and what they eat. Words to know, that's also a glossary, because that's the definitions. This page is really cool. It tells us where we can find more information. So maybe seeing the photographs of polar bears make you want to learn more about them. So this book tells you other books that talk about polar bears, some websites you can go to learn about them, and then this index tells us about different topics in the book. So maybe I want to learn about their babies. We'll keep that because I like their babies. They're cute. So cubs, that's a synonym for babies. It says it's on page 16 and 19. So let's go ahead and find those. Let's see. Yep, this is cubs right here. And then it said 19 cubs right here. So that's if you want to know just about a certain topic. That's another way to go look for it. Okay, and the last thing I would like for you to do after listening to this is to tell me if you think this book is fiction, expository, poem, or drama. If you said expository, you are correct. Nice job.